I have to make notes because a lot of my inspiration comes from meeting people or going outside of the country or going around the corner to my old neighborhood, talking to a 5-year-old little boy. It's mainly kids, man. I always say this. Kids bug me out because they have no fear in nothing. My little niece, you know, she's 2 years old, but she fears nothing and she has no concept of reality as we know it. That always inspired me to write for some reason, man. It gives me a moment, talking to them gives me a moment to step back and look at the world for what I know it and for what this kid sees. Dr. Dre, that always tripped me out because I told him about the story when I seen him when I was 8, 9 years old with Tupac on Rosecrans.
I was around 8 years old. They were shooting a video in my neighborhood in Compton. My father seen him, went 2 blocks down, got me. By the time he got me, everybody was out there. It was like pandemonium, you know. He put me on his shoulders, and there he was, Dr. Dre and Tupac right there.
Fast forward 15 years later, I'm in the studio with him, and I'm telling him that story. Yeah, I was one of the kids out there that was watching, and he remembers it.
Crazy, right?
It's crazy to me. Just me being an ultimate fan. I'm still a fan to this day, but to actually sit down and have conversations beyond the music. He wasn't just a figment of my imagination that I was watching on TV screen, you know. The people I've watched, they just didn't get there out of pure luck. They actually worked hard, and they are human beings with real emotions, real drive, real consistency, real hunger, you know. Deep down, we're all kids at heart, and I know I am. I'm the biggest kid ever, you know, so I can be able to relate and communicate with them in a way that I watch most adults can't, you know. I'll sit there and hold a conversation, you know, and go back to the studio, man, and write the most bugged out song, you know, just because it just gives me, like I said, it gives me a chance to sit back and allow myself to look at the perspectives of, you know, the different spectrum of having responsibilities and not having any at all. And I have to remember these things, you know, I have to write them down, and then 5 or 3 months later, I have to find that same emotion that I felt when I was inspired by it. Yeah, man, definitely. It's a process, it's a working process.